We were Christians. This is our uncle. He's a Muslim. We don't differentiate ourselves.
My life begins with something that could be the start of a joke. A Christian, a Muslim, and a Jew walk into a bar. I know historically the setup is a little bit dicey, but this time was a little bit different.
We all mix together. We live peaceably because you know your faith, I know my faith.
This time, the Christian married the Muslim, and they had a daughter. That daughter grew up Christian until she met the Jew, converted to Judaism, married the Jew, and had a son. 22 years later, that son is standing here with all of you graduating from Harvard University.
There's two functions here. The function here was that we have Christian, we have Muslim. Like others are also a Muslim, like themselves, they are Christian. But when the two religions come together and unite, you will see there will be no problem in that particular destination. That is why you see the peace is really here.
My grandfather's one, a Pakistani Muslim, who grew up in the middle of the Indo-Pakistani War of 1947. The other, a Jewish refugee of the Holocaust. As you might imagine, they disagreed on a great many things. And yet, we're seeing them sitting together at a coffee table.
God created us as human beings, you understand? From different tribes and nations, so that we can come together and work to understand each other, to grow in our values and our faith.
My grandfathers survived the atrocities of war and worse, and they knew better than anyone that people can do monstrous things. For that person on the internet that says things from a viewpoint that seems kind of unimaginable sometimes, or for that one friend that you started to phase out because they said some things once that just didn't sit quite right with you. Take about 8 billion of those people, put them together, and you get our world.
People must agree to live in peace, because no matter the amount of efforts by any authority, people must first agree that they have to live in peace.
Peace through understanding can survive conflict. My grandfathers knew that, but they chose to try anyway. My Muslim grandfather was buried facing Mecca. My Jewish grandfather was buried in accordance with Jewish law. My Christian grandmother was buried with the cross. They were all very stubborn, and they held on to their own ideals and traditions until the very end. But still, they respected each other, they chose each other. And at the end of the day, it's in a time this complicated and this divided